How's it going, everybody? Ardeen here once again, and I'm bringing you some more standard action best of 3 today, but I think the deck also works in best of 1. So what we're doing today is using Krauser's list. It's a Mardu Control list, lots of graveyard recursion, lots of things to deal with those Winota decks, those mono green decks, and also those Gruul decks that Croquis has made very famous over the last couple of weeks. So go and check Kraus out on his Twitch channel. He streams quite frequently and he's a great watch as well, so go and check him out. And before we jump into that deck tech, make sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and catch me on twitch.tv 5 to 6 days a week on the link down below. Okay, everyone, so here is the deck. The key component of this deck is the Strict Proctor. It's a 1/3 flyer and it fantastically defends against every one of the key cards in the format at the minute. Whenever a permanent enters the battlefield, causes a triggered ability to trigger, counter that ability unless its controller pays 2. So this is excellent against the rogue decks in terms of the milling. It's excellent against lots of the Winota decks when they're forcing creatures onto the battlefield, the kind of 3/1 flyer that triggers. You know, all we're doing is we're putting our opponents back, we're slowing down those triggers, and hopefully it's going to hit some sweet spots. Things I've done previously, our opponents have played the green chariot down. They've not been able to make the creatures because they can't pay the trigger costs, and also our opponents tried to flash in an Embercleave against us. They haven't been able to equip it because they haven't been able to play the 2 cost. An excellent card. Your opponents oftentimes get quite caught out by it. So what makes this a control match? Well, we're looking to get lots of removal out in the early game. So again, thinking about those Winota and those Gruul matchups, we're going to be seeing lots of the 1/2s and the 1/1 Innkeepers, the Magdas as well at 2/1. So we want to be trying to ping those away, kill them as fast as we can so that your opponents do not make a large board state. Ideally for this, we've got the Bonecrusher Giant and the Stomps, 4 copies of Cinderclasm, which is absolutely exceptional. You can use it as a board wrath, 1 damage or 2 damage if you pay that kicker cost. Power Word Kill, Heartless Act. Now I know that Kraus was playing 4 lots of Power Word Kill, but we're seeing lots of dragons in the format, the Goldspan dragon, so we mix and match with 2 of Heartless Act. It's just exceptional just to keep your opponents at bay. We've also got 2 copies of the Giant Killer, the Chop Down for those larger creatures, ideally things like the Bonecrusher Giant and also the Goldspan Dragon. Obviously, sometimes we don't want to be hitting that targeted removal, and as such, we've got a 2 of Extinction Event, also 2 of Elspeth's Nightmare. Again, this is exceptional for getting those Embercleaves out, for getting those Chariots out, and also for wrapping your opponent's graveyard when you're playing against the rogue decks. And one thing that we need, of course, when we're playing these control decks is creatures just to win out in the long run. We've got those 4 copies of the Bonecrusher Giant, as we mentioned, but interestingly, we've shoehorned in 3 copies of the Baneslayer Angel. This is extremely difficult for those Gruul matchups to deal with. They've only got 1 or maybe 2 cards to deal with, 1 being the Acroan War, which is why we've got 3 copies of the Ripper Pot and another version of it in the sideboard there, and also 2 of the Ox. Now, the Ox is a great card not only in the early-ish games, just to kind of go through that hand, but it's also great in the long game where you can get a much larger creature onto the battlefield. And if you're against those rogue decks, you're eating up your graveyard to make those creatures a lot weaker. For some of our opponents' bigger creatures, we've got the Elspeth Conquers Death, and for those grindy matchups, we've got the Professor Onyx, 2 of Emeria's Call as well. The Professor Onyx is great for dealing that incremental damage and keeping you in the game with that life gain. You can also just destroy your opponent's greatest power creature as it hits the battlefield. Card draw is also important, and a little bit more life gain from 3 copies of the Mazemind Tome. In the sideboard, we are heavily stacked against rogue decks. We've not lost against rogues yet. I think we're about 3 or 4-0. 1 copy of the Cling to Dust. We've also got 1 copy of the Croxer, which is excellent. Also has a really nice interaction with the Strict Proctor in that when it enters the battlefield, you can make your opponent discard by paying for that activation, but then you can decline to pay for the sack activation, which, you know, keeps you a 6/6 for 2 on the battlefield. Exceptional. We've also got a 1 copy of Phoenix of the Ash as well, just to get that haste damage in. If we're coming up against either the rogues or maybe the ultimatum decks, we've got 3 copies of Check for Traps, 1 Ray when we're coming up against those Winota lists. It just kind of -4 Winota straight away, and also for the creature that gives double strike as well. If we're coming up against the Gruul matchups or the mono green, we've got 2 copies of the Burning Hands. As I mentioned, mentioned, yet another copy of the Rip Apart. The Weathered Runestone means that non-land permanents can't enter the battlefield. So that's why we've got this against the Winota. You know, they can't force those cards out of their deck. It's exceptional. Also works for the rogue matchups, but you kind of don't want it in the rogues because you want to be able to play these Oxers and the Crocs are out, which it stops you doing that. And as I mentioned, sometimes we're going to be coming up against bigger creatures, in which case we've got the Soul Shatter, or indeed kind of lots of little creatures. So an Extinction Event and a Shadow's Verdict there as well. Both exceptional cards just to raft the board, deal damage, and almost kind of keep you into the game. So there we have it. We've also obviously notable to mention, we've got a Den of the Bugbear and also a Hive of the Eye Tyrant. Manlands are really important at the minute, and as such, to combat your opponent's manlands, we've got 2 copies of Field of Ruin, still an exceptionally well played card in the standard meta. So there you have it, guys. Very kind of powerful control list. Hopefully we can extend the game into the late game and get those wins. So wish me luck and check out those games. Make sure to leave a comment down below to let me know what you think, whether you've tried this deck or whether the videos help to inspire you to play this deck and what your kind of win-loss record is. I'm hoping to try and develop this a little bit more, so that would be great to know. Let's jump into those games. Okay, Lukashenko. 3 games away from Mythic. Play first. Okay, that's fine. I mean, we've got a couple of removal spells, early doors, and Elspeth's Nightmare to have a little peek at our opponent's hand. One to play, which, as I've kind of, as I believe I mentioned before, being on the play here is weird because our win rate on the draw is so much higher, like so much higher. This for white mana. I think I'm actually happy just passing. Like, I don't know what Oppo's on. This could be a stomp. They're checking the mana. They're unsure like why we're playing Mardu. Okay, that's quite nice. Pass. My turn. We go Elspeth's Nightmare, which seems good. Kills that. It's an annoyance, but you know, it lets us have a look in their hand. Essentially it lets us get an Embercleave out of their hand, right? This could be a Torbrand. I don't know how to defeat Torbrand. Professor Onyx? Yikes. Savagander. So there's the Embercleave. Oh. Sure. In which case then, let's play the Strict Proctor. Try to play the Strict Proctor. Plays down for black mana, so I've got double black for the Professor Onyx, and we will pass. Oppo could stomp face here, end of turn. Sure. Sure. Interesting one, this. Land. Robber of the Rich. Now, before combat, I kick this. Kills both of their creatures. Feels good. Bonecrusher Giant down there. Nice. Beautiful. So, we're going to get a white in here. I'm going to play the Professor Onyx in down tick. And just leave this as a blocker.
Under my tutelage.
Beautiful. No attacks.
Sorry,
They've got quite a lot of hastes. I don't really want to waste Professor Onyx if at all possible. Sure. I don't... Sure. Tome? Bonecrush? Tome. Tome seems good. Let's stomp.
Let's go digging.
And I'm going to play the Bonecrusher Giant in here. Attacking for 1. I think this game's over. We've got an Elspeth Conquers Death, got an Extinction Event. Yes, I'll probably draw a couple of cards, but I think they're... Okay, there's an Annex. ECD on the Annex just seems absolute gas. Going to draw again. Baneslayer Angel seems awesome. I mean, we win the game with that, of course, but I'm not really slow playing our opponent here. I just want to make sure that I'm playing as effectively as possible. Ooh. Oh, that doesn't make a difference. It's Elspeth's Nightmare when that would make a difference. You know? Okay, happy to play this down. And then, again, keeping Professor Onyx alive is kind of our main duty here. So just attacking with a Bonecrusher Giant, we'll make that time and effort back. Hitting the Baneslayer Angel next turn. Land. Oppo's getting a bit frustrated. Yeah. Oops. I don't know if that's BM or not. Not sure. Hopefully not. Ox, fantastic, you know. Let's draw it. Everything they cast is harder to cast. Rip Apart seems great. Chuck those lands away. Play that in the Baneslayer Angel. Gonna draw. Another Ox. Beautiful. Pass. GG's. We get a Bonecrusher Giant back. Yeah, Scoop Oppo just flooded there. Absolutely nothing. Now this actually, Mono Red is a fairly difficult match for us. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. It's not the easiest match at all. We could probably, Strict Proctor would probably go down 2 there. Mazemind Tome go down 1. Elspeth's Nightmare, Extinction Event, Shadow's Verdict as well. And I think, is it worth just having to go a Crocs? I think Crocs is just awesome. I think the card's fantastic. I'm going to shove it in. I'm going to shoehorn it in. We're at 61 cards. You know, people might say that's wrong, but I mean, we've got plenty to be doing. I think we're fine. I think we're fine. Fingers crossed. Anyway, hopefully we can pick up our first win here back to back, and then we'll progress to see if we can push the Mythic in this video. That'd be really good. Okay, so game 2 of the match. We won that one the play there, didn't we? More than happy to keep this. Got some medium size removal, some later removal. Seems good. Oh, nice. No white mana yet though. Well, we technically do have white mana. Okay, so Cinderclasm's looking good, looking sharp. I think I'm going to play this in and pass. What's going on here? Why were they focusing on that? Sure. Anything more? So let's go for this Cinderclasm now. It means we can hit the Elspeth's Nightmare afterwards on this. Exactly as we did before. So just working our way up. Double black, I think. Might be wrong. Let's go for the Elspeth's Nightmare. Takes this out of the hand. Hopefully it'll help us to get a Embercleave as well. Rob of the Rich, sure. Extinction Event looks quite good. Extinction Event looks quite good. Have you got anything more, Oppo? Let's have a look. Let's have a gander in their hand. Where's the Embercleave? Where is it? Oh, Frostbite. Sure. Okay. Let's get our first white mana in. I'm going to do this for even. Take those away. Beautiful. And then afterwards, we've got a Strict Proctor. We've got a Bonecrusher Giant. Okay. This is going to deal 2 damage to us. Should probably have done this. This is going to deal 2 damage for us. Or to us. Oh, they didn't buff? That feels like a punt, if I'm being honest. We're going to play the Strict Proctor in. If we had another red mana, we'd consider, like, shocking this in, but against mono red, you want to keep as few damage going to face as possible. Rip Apart seems great. Bonecrusher Giant, we can play. Oh, we still can't play both then. No double red. Oppo, double stomp? Oppo, you're a beast. I mean, that's worth it, I guess. If you like that. Let's play a Tome in here. Let's get ready. And we pass. I'm not entirely sure what we're looking for. I'm going to put a stop on my upkeep. Have you got another land so you can play both in, or just got some sort of removal? Probably a removal. It's not Frostbite, or I think they'd have hit it. I suppose Nightmare too slow here. Don't know what I'm looking for. Don't know what I'm looking for. Let's have a look. No, probably not that. I probably just rip this apart, right? Draw. Feel the ruin. Nice. Wait. Right, so I'm just gonna destroy. Oh, no. I'm just gonna destroy this. Yeah, we'll take the 2 damage. Fine. Sure. Play this in. Attack in. Love that. And we'll pass. Oppo just plays this down. Sure. They're going for anything more, I wonder. Anything more. Featherant Champion. Sure. Going in for an attack. Interesting. So here, I can kill this. Get myself a red mana. Oh, no, I can't get myself red mana. Ah. I was sure I had a spirit red. Have I not? Am I not running? I am running a mountain. Where's that gone? Where's my mountain gone? Is it in the bin? Wait. Oh, it's here. Oh, is that what the robber exiled? Damn. Sure. Fine, fine, fine. Right, so. Let's go for a, let's kill this. Yep, we'll take that damage. Not ideal, but we'll take it. We'll draw. Cinderclasm. I'm actually just going to hold this one back. I'm actually just going to hold it back. Red mana. Oppo could have an Ember Cleave here. Would be problematic. Realistically, what do we do? What do we do? Are they going to have a stomp and attack? Or, I mean, they shouldn't stomp and attack. They should. Interesting. So I'm going to stop this. Love that. And I'm probably just going to attack in. Going to draw a card. I mean, we're stuck on red mana is the issue for us here. So hopefully I'm going to do this. Draw a red mana. Could probably have played this one. No, I can't. Come on. Where's that red mana? Damn. Rip apart. I mean, it's more removal, which is fine. And we'll pass. I'm going to put a stop on my upkeep as well. We'll do a double scry. Try and get ourselves back into it. I mean, obviously you want to be trying to draw cards as much as possible when you've got this. But it's not always going to be possible. There's a black mana in. Take the 2. I mean, Oppo could buff. They're not buffing. Why not? Why not? I reckon they've got another stomp in hand or something. Well, it's cool. No. I don't think so. I mean, it's a lovely idea, right? It's a lovely idea, but... Trio. Can't. I just can't. Draw. Okay. Let's attack him for this. Keep open the oh, I can't really keep open the Cinderclasm, can I? Right. Probably just gonna have to rip apart this on Alright, well, we're gonna get something out of Oppo's hand here, I think. It's a fight spell of some sort, maybe? Ooh. Soul Seer. Wasn't expecting that, but sure. Sure. Next to blocks, attacking. Okay, I'm gonna rip this apart. Deal 3 damage. If it's Torbran, it's Torbran. If it's nothing, then we're in a good shape. Again, put the stop on the upkeep. Ooh, shredded sails, nice. I get you. I get you, Oppo. I'm seeing what you're putting down. Right. I can't do that because I've not got mana. Bonecrusher Giant in, I think. And if it is Torbran, it won't stick, will it? You know what? Let's just put the Giant Killer in here. The reason being is that what I can do is if Oppo does play a blocker, I can tap it down and attack him with the rest. Feels good. GG's, Oppo. Unlucky. Unfortunate. But no, as long as we played right there, I don't mind what happens, you know? Right. 2 wins away from Mythic. Let's go. Okay. Murdoch 1. Play first. I think we can keep this. It's quite a high-end hand, right? These 2 5 jobs, but hopefully we can get there. I mean, just back-to-back lands would be exceptional for us. Oppo Balls to 6, great start. Field of Ruin there as well. It can thin out our deck. Okay, Sentinel, sure. Let's start with a Stomp. Beautiful, love to see that. So this looks like a Winota list. Nothing. Pass. Innkeeper. Sure. If they play the Lustre Beast down, we'll Heartless Act it. Okay. Land off the top, please. Okay. Okay, I see. So I think it's Gruul, actually. Gruul Adventures. Oppo perhaps a little bit unsure what this does. Okay, there's my land. Kind of like a quick attack here. Quick attack. Pokemon. Bonecrusher Giant him. Sure, let's just keep these lands coming. We've got double white. Could do with another red for the Onyx. Baneslayer Angel has to be played before the Onyx. I mean, technically it doesn't, but to get any value out of it, it does. Okay, sure. Sure. Right, we would... I mean, Giant Killer seems... Yikes here, right? But I think we have to. I think I have to. The reason being that if I don't do Giant Killer, we lose the Bonecrusher Giant. Oppo gets obviously loads of mana, so that's not ideal. That's not ideal. I say double white, double black. Double black for Professor Onyx. Sure. And we'll attack him with both. See if Oppo fancies any blocks or anything like that. They could have a Rimrock Knight for a pump. That wouldn't be ideal. I think they've got it. No? Maybe not. Or a stomp. A stomp then at least. Deals 2 damage if they do that though. No stomp. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Another Goldspan Dragon? Really? Wow. Sure. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. What can you do? What can you do? Anything more, Oppo? What are you thinking? If you've got like an Zika's Chariot is a bit of a pain. Ooh. Ooh. So they do that, sure. Ha. Heartless Act. Okay, this is problematic for us. Like, we need one more mana untapped. Oppo's got lots of mana. We have not lots of mana. Right, Giant Killer him. We'll pass. We'll see what Oppo's got. I mean, keeping these back just in case they've got Ranger class. Like, if they've got Ranger class, I need to double block here, right? With these two. Ember Cleave as well. Stomp? Sure. They did have a stomp. Sure. Oppo does this. Feels okay. Can Wrath kind of even here. Sure, sure. These trade. We take 2. Trio. So, I think what I do here is go odd. Annoyingly. Like, I think this is over, actually. Like, we needed a Baneslayer Angel down this turn. We need to go odd. And I lose the Strict Proctor to the Hydra. Oppo taps everything, attacks him with all. We take 6. I lose that to that. And then do I play the Baneslayer Angel down? Nah, it sucks. What do I do? This will be 4. So if I do this, we go down to 8, but I've got a blocker. Sure, let's do this. 8, we've got a blocker. Oppo goes land stomp. No? Oh, sure. Double red, double white. We get a Baneslayer Angel in. Baneslayer Angel could be problematic for our opponent. Could be problematic unless, of course, they've got a Chrome War. Oppo's running a Chrome Wars. We know this. We need to put in the extra Ripper part. Sure, nothing we could have done. So, Rip Apart, Burning Hands comes in. Extinction Event, Soul Shatter. Strict Proctor, I think we take 2 down. ECD, maybe we go down 1. Not ECD, Elspeth's Nightmare, sorry. Tome, we go down 2, and I think I'm going to add the Croxer back in. I do like a Shadow's Verdict against my opponent. Could be quite useful, but not always the best. I mean, we want to be dealing with it beforehand, right? It's not like it's mono white or something. Okay, let's run out like this. It was those two dragons which really got us. Like, we tapped out and then they just hit dragons back to back. So let's fire this out. At least we're coming up against some challenging decks. Stomp and the Burning Hands, let's keep. Gonna go red. Gonna go red mana, say go. I like getting the white here to start us with the Baneslayer Angel. Like if we can hit the Baneslayer Angel early doors, we're in a good place. We're in a good place. We don't normally get all of these high CMC cards though. Not together anyway. I mean, oh, we've got 4 actually. 4. Okay, we just need back-to-back lands. Back-to-back lands, nothing else. This is going to be a... I've literally never noticed this animation before. This is going to be, they're going to play a 1-1, or if they play a red, they might play the Magda, the 2-1. Or nothing at all. Or nothing at all. That's equally fine. No Sentinel? Sure. No stun. Don't mind if I do. Pass. Okay, we are dying here for mana. Absolutely dying. It's not the one. Keep running them out. Come on. Don't screw me over with mana. Not fair. A couple of games back to back now, so perhaps. I don't think we're... Wow. Oh. Oh wait, is that really that? Sure. I can't fire it out, you know. Oppo's stuck on mana, we're stuck on mana. There's the Magda. Heartless Act can't action it. Gonna have to get the Giant Killer in. And then Oppo goes off here, right? They play the Magda. They can buff it as well with a Ranger class, so they get 3 damage in. Does nothing. Kicks out of the way of our Heartless Act. And I think that'll be us. Like we'll just die to mana screw, and it'll not be good. No blocks. Okay. Okay. Let's play one of our many Bonecrushers in. Attack him for 1. We don't even want to tap it, right? Because when it becomes tapped, it makes a token anyway, so. Right, let's keep feeding us mana. Just 5, 6 mana back to back now will be excellent. We're going to trade this off, hopefully. Hopefully we trade it off. Unless they've got some removal. It looks like they have. Looks like they have got removal there. Damn. Either 4. Oh, wait, they need a second one. Oh, wait, did Oppo miss count there? No, they're getting rid of all their mana to kill it? Yikes. 4 damage, takes 4, 4. Nice. That's not actually that bad. Power word kill. Removes it straight away. Let's go. Okay. Could potentially be a mistake there by our opponent, right? Magda. We're going to go for a Heartless Act. Just keep them off of mana. Play this in. We could potentially... This could be huge. This could be huge. Both players completely screwed of mana. If we get our untapped mana next turn, preferably red, we'll get an ECD on the Bonecrusher Giant, able to get back our Bonecrusher Giant. Lovely. Look at that. Wait, I say preferably red. Professor Onyx is there, though. No, I think we do need the red first, right? Let's go for the Elspeth Conquers Death. Take that away. Attacking. Get ourselves the Bonecrusher Giant back in a couple of turns. Also make things really hard for them to cast. If we get a black untapped mana off, we've also got Professor Onyx down. Here we go. Love that. This could work out really well for us. Professor Onyx down tick. Kills that. I'm actually going to...
Looks like
I'm just going to hold this back. Just in case playing the Robber of the Rich or something like that. I don't want to lose my Professor Onyx to a silly mistake. Well, they could have another stomp, right? Land comes in tapped. Interesting. And we've used 1. Interesting. Okay, 2 there. Sure. We get this back. Put a loads counter on it. Sure. And we're going to uptick. Have a quick gander. See what's coming up. Croxer? Giant Killer. Croxer? I mean, Giant Killer, right? Because this comes back from... This comes back from, you know... Feels good. We gain some life there. I'm going to play the Bonecrusher Giant in. I think we might have done enough here to steal this victory. Wow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Resiliency of the deck. Absolute resiliency. And yeah, I think we're fine. Let's run it out. I think we're fine. Second Ox there. Maybe that second Ox is a bit greedy. Sure. Oppo was furious. I mean, I appreciate that. Again, keeping a 2. This one's a little bit better. Our curve's lower, right? Our curve's lower. Okay. So now we can have a think about whether we need to stomp this or keep up. I mean, if they play the Magda here. Okay. I'm going to play this as black and say go. Black say go. They had a stomp in hand. They're going to stomp face because I think they're going to be impatient. Sure. They play a land and then they're going to want to try and ramp for the Magda. I'm sure they are. Could be a Sentinel. Okay. Okay. Interesting one is this. I'm not entirely sure what I'm supposed to do. I think I'm supposed to play this down because it helps us get into our get us into our angels, right? If Oppo plays 1/1s, we just hit the Cinderclasm. It's fine. Innkeeper. Yeah, I mean we couldn't intervene before that. So this is great actually. Extinction Event next turn. Back-to-back Extinction Events as well, by the way. But odd. Keeping ourselves in it. Let's go. Keeping ourselves in it. Shocks that in. Looks like a Goldspan Dragon to me. Sure. Let's get the Angel Imp. Get the Angel Imp. I mean, if they go for the Crone War, it's problematic, but we do have the Rip Apart. A land would get us a Rip Apart. Sure. Sure. Can keep it? I was going to say a land would get us a Rip Apart and the Extinction Event, right? If they play another Bonecrusher Giant down or something, Ranger class. I mean, if I get a land... If I get a land, I'm going to... Okay, Power Word kill. Sure, let's kill this. I mean... And... Kill those two. Stops their card draw a little bit. They can put a counter on it, but it's protection. They might forget about it. They might try and trade. They might also forget it's got first strike. Embercleave, though. They can't do this and... oh, no, they can. They can do this and Embercleave. In which case we get... oh, no, we didn't get wiped out because we... didn't get wiped out because we've got protection, but it's annoying. Extinction Event would have to come, right? Sure. Interesting. What do I do here? Like, do I just hold back? Feels like I shouldn't. Feels like I should be attacking, but... Feels like I should be attacking. Pass. Like, this trades with this. If they... oh, actually, they can't even activate this. They need an extra green. Love shot beast, sure. Even. Nice. Yeah. Do I have to just give these up? Maybe. Very good. Nice little interactions there. Sure. Sure. My turn. Okay. Go for a power word kill on this. Go for attacking with the Bonecrusher Giant. Taking that to 8. Then I raft the board. I mean, there's no way I could get that back, but I can't block in the air, so I kind of have to do that then, you see? Okay. You've got to attack. What are they gonna do? Are they just gonna attack in here? Clofis. Damn, GG's. Magda, sure. Sure. Okay, so we kill this. We go down to 8. I don't even know what tag I can possibly have here. Chrome War triggers. Disappears. So I was able to beat one of Chrome War, but sadly not the second one there. We've overcome a dragon and a couple of Lustral Beasts as well. Yeah, we did all right. We did all right. We get a Stomping McStomperson down. And another Magda. And a Sentinel. I mean, all these things seem pretty good, right? All these things seem pretty good. Pass. I mean, my turn. Sure. GG's, Oppo. Ah! Unfortunately, we're going to go to game 3. Hopefully we can regain a little bit of ground. So this deals 2 damage to us. Sure. I mean, there's nothing I can actually get in that is in timely enough, you know? I think here, Oppo should... Okay, GG's. GG's. Unfortunate. We normally have that game beat. That's the annoyance of it. Okay. Game 3, Jamalo. Play first. Sure. A little bits of removal. Got a Triome to sort our mana out as well. Huh. Never seen that artwork before. I'll put deciding whether to mulligan or not. It's against Rogues, so we probably don't win game 1. We win games 2 and 3 though, hopefully. We've got a very good record against Rogues. Rogue splash green? Crap. Sure. We're gonna kill this. We don't want to. We don't have all of our. We don't have all of our kind of. Black. We don't have all of our recursion creatures, our graveyard creatures like the Oxes and the Croxes and the Phoenixes. They'll be coming in game 2. Ooh, are we nearly there? Let's go for the Mazemind Tome. Oppo's going to flash in a 1/3. End of turn. Seems good. Sure. Beautiful. Pass. Okay. I don't know statistically what I'm supposed to do. I think I'm supposed to draw before. Scry afterwards, obviously, but I think draw before we get milled is the play. Power word kill is good. Okay, 2 Proctors in. Proctors are very good against Rogues. Oppo's reading the card. Probably never seen it before. Interesting. Any counter spells? Well, we've got 6 in here. Gonna power word kill this. See if Oppo has a counter spell. I think they do. Join the lock, sure. Gonna rip this apart. The reason being is that next turn, if Oppo's got something more, it forces them to use it. We can scry with this. I might put a little stop on my upkeep as well. I'm gonna scry end of their turn. Pass. I would have liked to have seen something here. Put this on top, obviously. Draw. Oppo lets us draw it. Interesting. I mean, I'm gonna draw. Sure, pass. Ah. I think Oppo's just got a handful of counter spells. Like, these are two cards which ideally I wouldn't like to get countered, if at all possible. Sure. Pass. See, there's still pauses here. Still pauses indicative of maybe another 1-3. Or another Thieves Guild Enforcer would be problematic. No, nothing. Interesting, sure. Okay, so I'm going to cycle this as they cast. We get milled another 2. Okay, rip apart there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's probably some good there. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to rip apart the Thieves Guild Enforcer. And then we'll see if Oppo has a counter. I think this is worth keeping around for them. If they do have a counter, we just hit the Baneslayer Angel. And hopefully, I mean, to be fair, if they've got to drown the lock, they can still kill it. But again, it's using up an entire turn for our opponent. Oh, second one there is beautiful. Right. So let's go for the rip apart. Deal 3 damage to this. See if they're going to counter it or not, you know. I've had an opponent before sacrifice their Wind Robber to try and get a counter for it. Which could be happening here. Baneslayer Angel? Surely. Or have you got an Essence Scatter? Probably got an Essence Scatter, actually. Disdainful Stroke? Sure. That's fine. It's getting the counters out of the hand, right? It's getting the counters out of the hand. That's all that matters. Now, Lure Us to hand would be interesting. Fabled Passage, that suggests they do not have any crabs in hand. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Baneslayer Angel and the Mazemind Tome activation. Gain some life. Draw a card. Don't want to draw too many cards. Down to 35. Oppo's at 45. Oppo being very diligent in terms of what land card they're getting. Oppo, are you okay? Are we good? Is this... Okay, there we go. There we go. Into the story. Interesting. Into the story main. Oppo's have got to discard. Interesting. I mean, the thing is now I'm getting Professor Onyx down. Upticking. Screw you.
Welcome to Witherbloom College, class.
Proctor in hand. Ox in graveyard.
Let's
Pass.
go digging.
Graveyard means that we can get this back. I mean, I've got lots of cards I don't really want to sack. I mean, this Strict Proctor is fantastic against them. Now, Oppo's got to find a way to kill Professor Onyx. Another 4 cards in hand. You're suggesting one of these is not a land, right? We're going to go for a Baneslayer and Strict Proctor down this turn. Come on, Oppo. Gonna need a touch more from you, my friends. Just a touch. There's the land, okay. Pass. Sure. There's uptick with this. 2 Strict Proctors. Heartless Act. Lands him. Right. Let's go for a Baneslayer Angel.
Something useful. Ugh.
If you've got a counter Oppo, this is a fantastic card for you to counter. No? Strict Proctor comes in then. Did I call it Skirt Proctor earlier? Is that a card? Jamalo. Something for you, for sure. Pass. Pass. We'll see what we've got. See what we've got. Up over Heartless Act maybe for the Baneslayer Angel. Great removal spell if they've got it. Sure. That seems fine. You know, I mean that's fine. Getting these cards out of their hands. Professor Onyx stays alive a little bit longer. We can start gaining some more life. I mean, to be fair, as long as we're taking cards out of our hands. What have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can cast 2 of these and the Crippling Fear. Sure. Sure, go Crippling Fear. Seems good. Rogue. Presumably 4 damage goes towards Professor Onyx, right? We get to mill a little bit more, sure.
That's another demerit.
Another demerit, she says. Nice. Have you got another land? Are you sacking the Wind Robber already? No. Ruin Crab. Another land. No, my turn. Sure, I understand. I understand, Upper. Right, so we're going to play the... What's this like, man? On the crab. This is really bad for our opponent, by the way. This is really, really bad for our opponent. I'll take this. Giant killer? Meh. Here's my turn.
Let's go.
Okay, so I'm going to play this in. And I'm going to pass. I'm going to play this in, going to pass. Give my opponent some hope. You know, give them a little bit of hope. Is it going to be a double Lurus? I mean, they can't. I don't think they can remove this and counter my Heartless Act. That seems a little bit too much for them, right? I mean, if they do, fantastic. If they do, fantastic. Fair play to them. Seems good. This dies. Sure, we're at 21 cards. We're at 21 cards. We've got to start hitting them hard soon. Second Swing Thought Thief, sure. Professor Onyx goes down to 2. Not ideal, but and we mill some more. Sure. Cinderclasm, sure.
I won't give you a second chance.
My turn. Meh. Ooh, Heartless Act goes. And let's buff this up. Extinction Event seems good. Okay, let's get this down. We could Extinction Event.
Thought I'd miss the library.
Play this in. Play this in. I'm going to Cinderclasm for 1. Deal some damage to our opponent. This dies, by the way. This dies and it keeps the Professor Onyx alive. And they can't play it back. Oh, actually they can. They've got another turn, haven't they? Well, they've not got enough mana, though. Not enough mana to do it. Now I kind of guess they do. We're going to draw with the Ox. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we're at 15 cards. We need to do something. We ditch the Extinction Event and draw more. We're at 12 cards. We need to do something. Okay, it doesn't die to the Heartless Act. I think Oppo's gonna. Have they got another Sowing Thought? That would be annoying if they did. That'd be annoying. They could have another Crippling Fear, right? If Crippling Fear kills the Ox. Crippling Fear kills the Ox. We can double spell to kill this next turn. It feels bad. We can double spell to kill this next turn and maybe get this out. We'll go down to really low levels. I mean, we're not supposed to win game 1 is the thing. But like winning game 1 would be awesome. If this stays alive, it's just gas. So I'm interested. Ruin Crab? Sure. They're going to go for the mill plan? Yep, sure. Makes complete sense. Makes complete sense. Yeah. Down to 7. Down to 7. No blocks. No blocks. I'm going to pause here and actually just kill them.
Oh, have I got a lecture for you?
Okay, that's in there. So my turn. We stomp. Stomp on this. And we hit this as well. Seven cards left. Damn. Okay. We draw. Main. Exile that. Love to see it. Right, let's attack him. Our opponent goes down to 5. We're going to play this. Can't really afford to draw. Like, if they get a... Mind you, if they get a Fable Passage, it's over, isn't it? Sure, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go for our deck.
I have
That's a
impeccable
3.
study habits.
Pass. Elspeth's Nightmare on the Ruin Crab. Elspeth ECD on the... Oh, I can do everything. Okay. I can do ECD on the Ruin Crab. Elspeth's Nightmare on the... or the other way around. Crippling Fear, you're kidding me. You're absolutely kidding me. Really? What a top deck. What a top deck from our opponent. Sorry to see that. Damn. Heartless Act. Damn. Oh wait, can we do it? Wait, up, oh, whoa, 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 no, no, no. A little bit too soon for our opponent there, I think. Check for Traps comes in here. Cling to Dust is great. I think that was a little bit too soon for our opponent. Giant Killer goes. Strict Proctor is great. I just love all these little removal spells. Mazemind Tome, probably not. We probably don't want to draw too much. ECD is no use here at all. Wow. I mean, sure. Sure, Oppo, go for it. Probably take out one Strict Proctor and just run it back. That was probably a really early concession for them, if I'm being honest. A really early concession. So, game 2 of match 3. We've won one, we've lost one. We're one game up in this match. Let's see if we can put Rogues to bed. Got a fairly decent win-loss ratio so far. Just over 70% win rate with the deck. I think I'm actually happy with this, you know. Elspeth's Nightmare seems good. Just need to kind of wait our opponent out. I mean, we don't mind them putting things in our graveyard anymore. We've got 4 creatures? 5 if you count the Cling to Dust. Keep. Got a Triome here. And we've actually got like a nearly a 90% win rate on on the draw, which is ridiculous. Up against the Scry Temple of Deceit. One to the top, sure. More land for us. Probably kind of tapped out in land now for the time being. You know. Oppo plays very slowly as well. Unless they're not, maybe it's just me who's a little bit unsure in terms of planning ahead with mana. I mean, it's called me out a couple of times. Fair play to our opponent. Land, pass. They're going to play a 1/3 end of turn. See? Determined in terms of what we're playing there. There we go. See? Fine. Play it. Play it. It's fine. Elspeth's Nightmare next turn. I mean, so we mill 2. Unless they've got a 1. Unless they've got like a... Unless they've got the 1/1. We mill 2, which allows us to play this. And we can be kind of a little bit sure that it's not going to... Ooh, Phoenix already. Love to see that. Pass. 1 damage him. My turn. Ooh. Hello. Let's go for the Elspeth. Oh, wait. No counter spell? Nothing at all? Beautiful. Sure. Croxer, Cinderclasm next turn. I mean, we get to have a little peek at Oppo's hand as well before we get to play anything, so that feels good. That feels good. And the Croxer is also getting another card out of their hand, right? So they obviously haven't got a crab if they're playing the Fable Passage down. Probably keeping up the card draw spell? End of turn card draw spell, I wonder? Nice. Ha. Interesting. So I've got 2 cards in graveyard. This is problematic for me, right? But so is this. I think I've got to play smart. I think we've got to play smart here. Let's go for a Croxer. I mean, fair play if you want to counter it. If you want to counter it, counter it. It's irrelevant if you counter it or not, right? It does exactly the same thing. Sure. Does exactly the same thing. Takes out a card from their hand. Let's go Proctor in there. Okay, sure. They allowed me to have that. So I've got 3 cards in graveyard. Exile 3 other cards. So I don't really want to, you know, I'm not really in a position to be extended. I'm probably keeping the Fable Passage just in case they get a crab. Seems important for them. Sure. Loras to hand. Nice. Are they going to go for a drown? Sure. Love that. Love that. Probably going to go for an attack here with a 1/3. And I'm going to keep up enough mana. Go on. You know you want to drown the lock. Sure. I'm going to keep up enough mana so that I can... We've got double white, haven't I? So we're going to play a second one here. Okay. And we're going to pass. So yeah, so now I've got enough to kick this should they play the Loras. We've got 4 cards in graveyard. They can't fire off into the story just yet. I mean, it's pending. It's definitely pending. But we're also soon to be there with the Croxer. Yeah. Unbeaten versus Rogues with the deck. Just gas. GG's, Oppo. GG's. So there we have it, guys. Didn't quite make the push to Mythic that I wanted to today. We picked up 2 wins and 1 loss on the ladder, which is quite respectable. You know, the deck is very, very resilient, as we've seen, and it deals with some of the hard hitters in the format. Rogues, we are completely undefeated against, and we actually picked up our first loss. Annoyingly, it was on film against those Gruul lists. But c'est la vie. Hopefully, we can come back fighting and push to that Mythic rank soon enough. If you like the video today, make sure to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and catch me on twitch.tv 5 days a week on the link down below. And I'll hopefully see you guys in the next video where I'll bring you some more action from the arena.